This is the question of interview bit and its name is first missing integer. Let's take a look at the detailed explanation of the problem. Given an unsorted integer array, find the first missing positive integer, that in linear time. So here are some examples for better understanding. We will be given an unsorted integer array and we have to find the smallest positive integer which is missing from the array. So there are three examples. For this example we have 1, 2, 0. So the first missing integer which is positive is 3 here. For this array we have 1, we don't have 2. We have 3 and 4, but we don't care about 3 and 4, right? Because we don't have 2. So the smallest positive integer missing here is 2. For this array, all the elements are negative. So what's the least positive integer? It's 1. So our output is 1. Before I proceed any further, here is a spoiler alert. The code is unorthodox and it might be difficult to comprehend it. When I tried to solve it for the first time, I was like in slum for a few days trying to solve it. Then my friend Prayash gave me hints about this problem and I was like, oh geez, this is so hard, I can't do it. And he was like,
every day it gets a little easier.
Yeah?
But you gotta do it every day. That's the hard part. But it does get easier.
now let's get to the code. This is my code, as you can see. I'll be explaining the code line by line. So let's get into this part of the code. This is our input array and I will be exploring this question with the help of this array. So first what we do, we store the size of this array in one variable named n. Then we run one loop from I equals to 0 to the length of this array, and then for every iteration, if we check here, if ai, that is the element, is greater than 0 or not, and is it lesser than the size of the array? If so, then we check some conditions and we execute some conditions for that. Let's break it for every iteration. For I equals to 1. Now this is our code, and this is the input array. For I equals to 0, let's start with I equals to 0, since it will start with I equals to 0. First, a of I is 3 here, which is greater than 0 and is lesser than 4. So we get into the loop, and in pause is a of I minus 1, which is 3 minus 1 equals to 2, and a of pause equals to minus 1. So we can see a of pause is not equal to a of I, so they are not equal. So we get into the loop and we swap a of pause and a of I, that is we swap this 3 and minus 1, and we decrement the I. So now I equals to minus 1, and for next iteration it will run from I equals to 0 again, and this will be our array now. Now since I equals to I was decremented to minus 1, now I is 0, and we will again start from I equals to 0. For this case our ai is minus 1, which is lesser than 0 and less than 4, so we won't get inside the loop. So we will again go for I equals to 1, and this will be our array which will return its form. Now go for I equals to 1. Now we can see ai equals to 4 and this is equal to 4. So let's get into the loop. So our pause is 4 minus 1 equals to 3, a of pause equals to 1. So a of pause again not equal to ai. So we swap a of pause and a of I, that is we swap them. We can see the positions, we swap them, and after swapping this is our array. And now again we decrement the I. So now I equals to 0, and for the next iteration we will run from I equals to 1 again. Again I equals to 1, ai equals to 1. Just check this. This was our array previously. This after doing the operation. Just check through the code and what we do these operations and what it becomes after the operations. So ai equals to 1, which is less than 4, and our pause is 1 minus 1, that is ai minus 1 equals to 0. A of pause equals to minus 1, so a of pause not equals to ai. So again we get inside the loop. We swap a of pause and a of I and decrement the I. Again I equals to 1. This is negative. Now we won't get inside the loop. Let's try for I equals to 0. For I equals to 0, a of I equals to 3 and less than 4. So let's get inside the loop. Pos equals to 3 minus 1, that is 2, and a of pos equals to 3. So a of pos equals a of I, that is they are equal. So we won't execute this statement, so our array position will be retained. Now we are understanding the pattern, right? So again for I equals to 3, again, and now you can see that from the screen. We are understanding this pattern right now, and we will go out of this loop now. Now after going out of the loop, we will run another loop from I equals to 0 to the length of this array, and we will check whether a of I is not equals to I plus 1. If not, then we will return I plus 1, and after going out of the loop, we will return n plus 1. That's it.